because you don't want to be 50, 60, 70 years old, still working, still having to get up every day, just because of the decisions that you made in your 30s and 40s, when you could have set yourself up so that you can live a happy and stress-free life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hey, how you doing? Hey girl, hey guy. My name is Karen Patricia and welcome to my channel. Here we're gonna talk about wellness. I have a passion for supplements. I have a passion for healthy eating. I also have a passion for financial wellness, okay? Because we have to have the coins to live in these beautiful places. We have to have the coins to go out to eat. So if you are new here, please subscribe. You are in for a treat. And if you are a returning subby, thank you so much. And let's get on with today's video. All right, ladies and gents, so this is a really great video. I have my handy dandy notebook here. We are going to talk about five financial traps that we can avoid in our 30s. And let me tell you, if I had a crystal ball or a time machine, I would go back to age 29. I would have somebody tell me these things so I would not have to actually go through them. So my experiences are for you to go ahead and take and do not make the financial mistakes that I've made. And if you have, it's okay. We all make them. We all get through them. And I would not be making this video if I did not get through them. So grab a pen, grab a paper, and please take some notes because these things have definitely changed me from being in debt to having financial freedom. All right, let's go. So first up, the first financial trap to not fall in when you're in your 30s is buying or leasing a car outside of your price range. Now we know we be on the gram, y'all. We are on the gram and we just see everybody got a Benz. Everybody got a Maserati. Everybody got a Rolls Royce. Who paying these bills? Who are paying? Have you went to the car dealership for a Tesla? Have you looked at the price of a Tesla? It's somebody's annual salary. Do not try to keep up with the Joneses. And buy or lease a car within your financial means. What does that mean? Your car note and insurance should not equal more than 10% of your gross monthly income. What that means is that if you are bringing in $72,000 a year and your gross monthly income is $6,000, your car note and insurance should not be anywhere above $600. Let it sink in. $600. Why? What you don't want to happen is you come into a situation and now you have a car note that is more than what you can financially handle. So what is an alternative to this? If you still want to keep up with the Joneses, which I do not suggest, then go ahead and try leasing. Leasing a vehicle is something that I've done for the past few years because I used to buy cars and I was always wanting to upgrade every 2 to 3 years. And when we all know that when you buy a car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, whether it's new or used, it immediately depreciates value. So you are literally throwing money out of the window. So instead, lease a car. Leasing gives you all of the amenities of having a more newer car, an upgraded car. It gives you the security of having a bumper-to-bumper warranty. So if something happens, you just drive that little car right on back to the dealership and say, hey, fix this. And more often than not, it is covered under the warranty at no cost to you. And then at the end of your 2 to 3 years, however you decide to lease, then you have the option to actually purchase or finance the car, or you give them the keys and you drive away in a new car for your next lease. Or you can you can also keep that car. So whatever the case may be, leasing is really a great option if you like to switch cars. Now, for anyone that does a lot of driving, leasing may or may not be the best option for you, because if you go over your mileage, honey, they will charge you. In my first lease, I learned that. I went about 4,000 miles over my mileage, and they charged me 54 cents a mile. So yeah, if you're going to lease, be very cognizant of how many miles that you get per year. Now, my second lease, I actually got 15,000 miles per year. I think you can go up to like 18,000 depending on who the dealership is or what type of car that you're getting. So go ahead and check that out. Often or not, your note is going to be lower on the lease payment because you're only paying for that car during that time. They're not going to be financing the entire amount of the car. So more often than not, you do get a newer car and you get a lower note. So if you still want to have a more upgraded car, leasing would be a great option for you. Just also know that leasing does require a down payment. Purchasing a car requires a down payment as well. But leasing a car, you need to come with that money down so that you can have that lower note. Number 2, renting or buying a place outside of your monthly budget. Now, you all are looking at me and saying, Karen, what's that behind you? This is the New York skyline. This is downtown Brooklyn. It is. Yes, it absolutely is. Yes, I am in a high rise. And I know you're looking at me like, yeah, how'd you get there? So here's a great tip for this. First off, let me go back. When you are looking at a payment for a apartment or a home, you also want to factor in other things like your amenities. A lot of these places have, if you're staying in a luxury apartment, they have extra things built into your lease. So meaning that if they have a valet trash, or if they have parking, or if they have a gym, all those things have to be paid for. So they may advertise your rent as $1,800, but when you start adding all the amenities and everything that you have to pay, because it is part of the rent for living there, you're gonna be at about $1,900, $1,950 a month. So please remember that as well too. Also, think about it as far as your check. It's supposed to be no more than 30% of your gross. So if we're already at 10% of our gross at $6,000 a month, that takes us down to $5,400. Now, out of that $5,400 gross that we are making, if you want to take 30%, that's $1,800 a month as far as your rent goes, maximum. That also needs to include your utilities. Guys, if you have a cable bill, if you have Netflix, if you have Hulu, if you have to pay light, gas, all of that separate, that will add up. So your $1,800 a month apartment will quickly soar to $24,000, $25,000, or if you're in New York, over $3,000 a month for just living, and you have not eaten yet. So when you are looking at these places, think about that. Think about it's not just the rent. Find out, call in advance to whoever the energy provider is, see what the average cost per month that previous tenant's light bill was, so that you can add that in your head. Also, look for specials. Look for specials. If anybody is in New York City, ever been in New York City, or does not live under a rock, we know it's very expensive to live here. It's very, very, very expensive to live here. It's even more expensive to live with this type of background. We see all of these cool videos on YouTube, on Instagram, of these people living in these beautiful apartments. And we start looking at the prices, it's like, wow, what do they do for a living? Yeah, it costs. Now, when I moved into this place, I got a special. I got 4 months free. 4 months, and it was spread out over my lease. So I only paid 8 months worth of rent. That dropped my rent by $1,000 a month. So let's say my rent was $4,000 here. I only paid $3,000 because of the special. So that is something that I was able to afford. Now, my rent is not $4,000 a month, just so you know. But if you all see what I'm saying, take advantage of the specials. 6 weeks free, 8 weeks free. Take advantage of those specials. Ask them how that is built into the rent. Do they just give it to you all up front? Can they spread it out through the lease? That's another question to ask, because sometimes they'll say, oh, we'll just give you the first 2 months free and then you pay afterwards. Nah, because if you're not that good with budgeting money, you might need some help. For me, I'm like, can we spread this out so that it lowers my monthly bill? Because I never know what might happen. Also, this is just kind of a bonus. Anybody that has a job where it is base plus commission, do not calculate your commission in your monthly income. I repeat, do not calculate your monthly commissions with your monthly base. The reason being is commissions vary. They vary. You may go 3-4 months and not hit your number or your goal, and now your income is reduced significantly. For example, my previous employer, I had base plus commission. I'm thinking, oh, I'm awesome. I'm a rock star. I'm going to hit my goal every month. I went almost 8 months without hitting commission, okay? Which means I was living off of what? Base. It can happen. Plan for your base. If you have a commission job, do not add in your commission to your monthly annual salary. Do not do it. Did I say monthly annual salary? I'm gonna leave that in there just because that makes no sense. But do not add your commission into that. We're on number 3, guys. So number 3, not setting up savings accounts. There are so many people that I work with that say, I'm not doing no 401k. I need my whole check. It's 4%. Even if you just do 4%, just do something. Do something. Don't sit up here and do all this work. And then if you leave a company or something like that, or you might need your 401k to actually do things with. Thumbs up this video if you want to know 5 ways that you can use your 401k to help you with your life. Because you can use your 401k and tax-free and be able to do certain things. They can help you buy homes, things of that nature. So thumbs up this video if you want 5 tips on how to use your 401k. But back to what I was saying. Set up separate accounts. Set up an account. Set up a high yield savings account. Set up your 401k. If you don't do nothing else, set up a credit union account and have your check automatically send 10% to that account so you cannot touch it. Guys, you never know what is going to happen. You need that money saved aside. Do not have all of your check just go to your checking account. Do not just have all of your check go to one account. You need more than one account. If they are matching you at 4 or 5 or 6%, why are you just working there and not allowing them to pay you back? So you're just going to leave money on the table. Oh, okay. I wish I had it like you. These accounts can help you with emergencies. You can have sinking funds. There's so many different things that these accounts really help you with. And no one told me about these things. There's a lot of stuff I just learned, like, as life went on. I was like, where was this course in high school? Where was this course in college? If I would have known this when I was 25, I probably wouldn't be working right now. So make sure you open up a separate high yield savings account, or make sure you are at least at the bare minimum maximizing on your 401k. Number 4, guys, spending too much money on non-essentials. You're going to look up and your bank account is going to show you exactly where you at. Stop spending money on things that are non-essential. If you even have to think twice about it, you probably should not get it. Now, currently, I am a minimalist. I will do a video on that because before, in my 20s, I did a lot of splurging. I bought Jordans, I bought purses and bags. Honey, I was trying. I was looking real cute and I was looking real impoverished and broke, okay? So to avoid those things, guys, these things aren't going anywhere. Chanel has been here. Chanel ain't going nowhere. Chanel's been here before we knew it was Chanel. Louis Vuitton's been here. Red bottoms, they not going nowhere. You will drive yourself into poverty trying to look like something that you're not even at yet. So have some type of restraint. Now, I'm not saying sit down and eat oodles and noodles every day, unless you want to. That's your thing. But have a set amount of money set aside for extra things. Have a set amount of money set aside for going out. And when that money for that week or that month is gone, that's it. You're done. Finito. Do not go back and spend more money, because at the end of the day, if you're doing all of this stuff, how are you saving for your future? There is nothing worse than not having a peace of mind or not being able to move around when you need to move around, or an emergency comes up and you got to borrow money. Like, come on now. If you're making a decent amount of money and you just have bad spending habits, that is something that you need to take up with yourself, have a financial advisor, or just do what I did. Start asking, start looking around, start saying, hey, how can I be more like you in life? I like that. So that when it's time for you to spend money, you're not in debt. So guys, this is super duper important. Do not spend money on things that are unnecessary, or going out, or extravagant vacations just to do an Instagram reel. This is real life, guys. There is life after you come back from Dubai, okay? There is life when you come back from Jamaica. There is life when you come back from Tijuana or wherever else that people go when they want to just blow $3,000 or $2,000 and they rent's not paid up to date. So guys, take this advice. These places are not going anywhere. These things are not going anywhere. But your peace of mind and making sure that you are set for your financial future, or even just your financial present, to where if you need to move around, you can, is priceless. And the last tip, opening new credit cards. Yeah. I don't know what it is about opening a new credit card. I don't know if we think we got a raise or something, or we just got extra money. But opening new credit cards, opening new debt is probably the most slippery slope you can be on. I cannot tell you how many different times I had to pay off credit card debt. And yes, I did. And there are ways to pay off credit card debt. There are ways to settle debt. I will be doing a video on how I settled over $10,000 of credit card debt. Please thumbs up this video if you like that. Oh yeah, and by the way, subscribe. Please subscribe, because I'm taking all of my life lessons and I am sharing them with you. So if you want to not make the mistakes I made, and you want to get to this background a little bit quicker, or whatever background, maybe you want to be by a lake or something, subscribe to this channel. We are definitely going to give you the content. By we, I mean me. I'm speaking like I'm a group of people, but I mean, I will be giving you this content to help you navigate through life with a peace of mind. So guys, opening up credit cards, there is so much that goes to it. There are literally only 2 credit cards that I really enjoy having and that are really convenient for me. And I will talk about those benefits again in an upcoming video, but do not open credit cards up. Also, as a bonus tip, try when you're moving to buy everything in cash. Do not finance your furniture unless you have a 90-day option. Do not take out that extra payment, because that goes into your overall monthly income. If you move and all you can afford is a bed, then okay, you sleep on that bed, and then you eventually get a couch, and then you eventually get something else. You don't have to sit up here and furnish a whole house or a whole apartment the moment you move in. Build up to that. Do not put yourself in debt just because you want everything done. Guys, you never know. Your taste also may change. You may like that couch today and you don't like it next week. So do not get yourself in debt when it is time to do things. if you're in your 30s, this is probably the most amount of money that you have made thus far. For me, absolutely. It was the first time I cracked six figures. More than 1 year in a row. And I said, wow. The first year I looked at my income taxes and my W-2s and how much I made, and I looked at my bank account, I said, wow. I said, if I would have just saved 5% of more, I would be in so much of a different situation. Just 5%. 5%, guys. Let that sink in. If you have nothing to show for yourself and you are making any significant amount of money that is over whatever you want to deem as significant, if you're out here making $120,000, $130,000, $95,000, $85,000, and you have less than $20 or $500 in your bank account and you don't have an emergency fund, then it's time to really take these tips. And it's really time to apply them. It's time to change some of your lifestyle. It's okay to be budgeting and do what you need to do until you get to where you need to go. Because you don't want to be 50, 60, 70 years old, still working, still having to get up every day, just because of the decisions that you made in your 30s and 40s, when you could have set yourself up so that you can live a happy and stress-free life. That's all I got for today, guys. Don't forget, please like, comment, and subscribe below. There is more video content coming for all of you all that have subscribed to me in the past. Thank you so much. For all my new subbies, thank you. Also, put your video ideas down below. I would love to hear anything that you want me to talk about on this channel. And again, subscribe. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time. Bye.